And today I'm really honored and privileged to spend some time to talk to Brett from Barista out of Portland, Oregon. Hey, Brett.
Hey, how's it going?
Awesome. Good. How about you?
Very well, very
Yeah.
well.
Um, could you talk about yourself a little bit? What you do at Barista and how you found your way into coffee as a career.
Yeah, totally. Originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, was roasting for Anodyne out of college, and Barista had opened in 2009, and it was kind of credited as the first multi-roaster cafe. So as a coffee nerd, I was, always on Sprudge looking at articles and seeing photos of Barista, and got the call one day to come out. So super happy to. Still here, 11 years later, and yeah, my role has obviously changed throughout the years, but right now I'm the director of coffee. So my job is to facilitate and curate our multi-roaster menu, as well as in 2016 we actually started roasting. That's how we get to know Savor. And yeah, my whole gig there is to source green, set profiles, roast, do production, and kind of curate the menu in a way that is in harmony with our multi-roaster menu. So it's a little bit of everything, but used to train, used to educate, do QC. So a little bit of everything. So, but it makes it fun that way. So
That's awesome. Yeah, the whole multi-roaster concept seemed like it started with you guys, because now we see it in a lot of places, even here in Hawaii.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have to credit Barista as being, like, as far as my knowledge, we were the first. Shout out to Aaron Ultimo in Philly. Ultimo definitely was right there as well. But it's such a beautiful thing to have an opportunity to share with our customers our love for coffee, not just local roasters, but roasters from Canada, roasters from the East Coast, Midwest. Being from the Midwest, it was fun to be able to showcase coffees I grew up loving from roasters. And it's just it just creates such a special experience for our customers and for our baristas to be able to be like, hey, this coffee, yeah, it's from us from Portland, but this coffee is from a roaster in Chicago, or this roaster is in Calgary. It just is such a unique opportunity that a lot of people in Portland don't get to have. And we love that we're that option for people. So
Yeah. And Portland definitely has, a lot of really, really great coffee already. Can you kind of talk about, can you touch upon, Barista's place in Portland well, not even as a coffee community, but just as a community in general? How have things been?
Totally, yeah. Barista is such a special place. The days that I'm not at work and I get to hear, I go to cafes and I get to hear people talk about our cafes. It's so special because there is such a grounded community of baristas here in Portland. And I think whether it be throwdowns or cupping events or, even roasting cooperatives, there's just such a friendship around coffee, and around the cafe. And I think what we have offered our customers and our friends and our peers in the Portland area is just a place where they know that they can come to get really high quality coffee, but really high quality service as well. And also just get to talk about coffee on a broader scale, maybe on a more macro level, as far as like, we're not just talking about barista coffee. We're talking about, the roasters that we're currently carrying, or what we just maybe had the last season, or what we're thinking about carrying in future. So it just opens up a new conversation that you might not hear in other cafes in Portland, whether it be customer or barista. So it's a very special and unique situation that we have going on here. So
you talked about how Barista started off as a multi-roaster, and then a few years later you guys started to evolve in roasting your own coffee and sourcing your own coffees. How has Barista evolved over the years in other ways? Can you touch on anything interesting that in Barista's journey so far?
Yeah, I have to shout out our amazing culinary chef, if you will, or he's, I don't know what the title is, just culinary expert, Jed. He comes up with amazing beverages that we have here in-house. So we have so many in-house special like sauces or syrups or different non-coffee beverages. We've had like tea shrubs. We've had, we have a salted ube foam that we put on top of our iced coffee right now. We've got, I mean, it's just like really special. Like it's very culinary based, and it's very much high quality. And it's just so nice to offer to our customers something that they might have experienced at like a cafe that they're used to, like at a mall or a strip mall or airport or whatever. But we have a similar version that's much more elevated and much more like quality. So that's one thing we've done. We've also expanded. I mean, we had 5 cafes in town, 4 currently, and they're all around town. They all have their own feel. They're all special and unique in their own ways. The staff are special and unique in their own ways. And you just get an opportunity to experience a brand in different ways. And I think that's something really special. And I truly believe that. I think like I get to go to all of our cafes in a given week and have different experiences, but they're all rooted in customer service, high quality coffee, and being friendly. So it's really special. And I think, our drink menu, our coffee menu, those are really special things that I think we bring to the table. So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
And briefly before we started recording this conversation, you first mentioned that the space that you're in, your training lab. What kind of like, is it open to just your internal the staff, or do you guys bring in like customers to learn? Yeah.
Well, I grew up doing coffee competitions. I was in barista competitions. We've had people do Brewers Cup. We've had people I've dabbled in local roasting competitions as well. But we're all about education. We're all about facilitating that conversation. If any of our baristas have any want or need to come in, they're more than welcome. We do, latte art tutorials. We do cuppings down here. I'll be sample roasting certain things and be bringing in, special, unique coffees. And we really want to make sure that our staff knows that we are all about coffee and all about education. So they are always welcome down here. We actually have people coming in later after this interview, and I love that. I love that it's a place that is always buzzing and humming with coffee. Like, I want to learn about this. I want to know about this. And we, our bosses have been great as far as facilitating a space like this. And it's a really special place. And I know, as goofy as it is that it's below the Cafe of the Pearl, it's so special and it's really fun. And I've spent many hours here, prepping for competition. And, we had, judges here and, we did the whole run throughs and stuff. So it's a really special, fun little secret spot. And sometimes we'll have customers maybe kind of poke their head in and make them something special down here. So.
Right on. Yeah, definitely got to check out that spot next time. And I think Expo's in Portland, and you're sitting next year. So
I know. I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have a very special menu for that.
I'm sure.
I promise you.
As director of coffee, can you share maybe one or two of, most proudest moments at Barista thus far? Or even just as baristas, as a company in general? Yeah.
I think it's just the opportunity that if it's those moments where I might be doing something and then I'll just hear in the back of the room or, to my side, just people being so excited that they're tasting something that they've never experienced before. I know as coffee and professionals, we've all had that moment with like a natural process coffee early in our career where we're like, wow, this tastes like blueberries or this tastes super fruity. But to have that opportunity for a customer and for us to like have a conversation around it so that they're not just perplexed, they're actually like gaining the knowledge. That's so special to me. I know selfishly and personally, getting a chance to talk to customers about the coffees that we roast, getting to go to, Juan's farm and actually meet Juan and then talk to people about that experience and then be able to like offer them a bag of his coffee is just the most, fulfilling the circle moment for me personally. And I think as a employee of Barista, I'm glad that, we're given that opportunity to have that conversation. But yeah, it's just so fun to be able to talk to people about coffee in a way that's educational, but fun. Like it's not like sit down and write this down and remember it and we're going to test you on it. It's more just like, hey, let's just have a conversation. So, and I love seeing that from our baristas and our staff. Every time I come in, it's quality and it's customer service. So, cannot be beat.
That's awesome. and education, is, very, very powerful. And I think that,
Yeah.
how long has Barista been offering training and education since you've been on
Oh,
board with the team?
yeah.
Have you kind of
Yeah,
grown
absolutely.
that program? And
Yeah, absolutely. Since day one. I mean, it's always been about, I can go back as far as I've been with Barista. We've been doing, weekly cuppings on the bar, at all of our cafes. So maybe Monday it's at the Pearl, Tuesday it's out Alberta. It's just an opportunity to pull all these coffees together, get everyone, like the staff at shift change, to get together, to talk coffee, to taste coffee together. And then again, customers coming up, hey, what are you doing? Oh, well, we're cupping. Like, what's cupping? Have them try it. And it's just such a beautiful experience. And yeah, I mean, honestly, education has been a huge thing. So what started as, and then also being able to compete in barista competitions, roasting competitions, we're all about it. So, and I'm very fortunate that our bosses and our crew are so involved, whether it be, just the local throwdown. I see half of our staff there, or it's like, someone coming up to me being like, hey, I think I want to like try to, do barista like competitions. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So it's really fun. It's a very special place. I know I keep saying that, but like, I'm very, very fortunate. So,
yeah. Sounds like, there's a lot of really awesome things going on in Portland, specifically to Barista and all the locations and all the offerings. But what's next for Barista? Anything, upcoming? Any new things you can or want to share?
Yeah, I mean, we're always looking. Locations are always on our mind. Expansion's always on our mind. We are celebrating still. This past October, we opened our newest location in the Coin Tower, which is downtown in Portland, on 2nd and Columbia in Southwest. Beautiful, beautiful cafe, beautiful lobby area to the whole building. So people are welcome to sit and have their coffee out there. It's a quick walk from PSU. It's a quick walk to the river. So highly recommend checking out the Coin Tower Barista if you are in town. Obviously, our new bag, the white bag, to coincide with our black bag. Very, very happy about that. It's so fun seeing both of them side by side, living on the shelf, and seeing people and seeing what they gravitate towards. We always rotate them, so it's always fun to see what people gravitate towards. But yeah, I mean, we're never not looking as far as expansion. But we're really happy with the cafes we have right now. We're really happy that Coin is online now, and we're happy to have made it through this pandemic and still be serving our customers and still creating new signature beverages, still roasting great coffee, still bringing in roasters that we have never worked with, also bringing back roasters we've loved in the past. So there's always something on the table. So
I really appreciate how you guys make coffee very, very accessible to the community, and whether it's other roasters from different parts of the country, different coffees from around the world. And it's really cool seeing you guys, grow and now roasting, your own coffee. Looking forward to, being in your city. I think it's in April next year.
I think
can't wait
so.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see, we're going to try and hit up all the locations, but, can't wait to definitely see you, Brett.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I will be here. It's going to be a blast. I mean, SCA is always fun, and we love having it in Portland. We love having industry folks come through, chop it up about coffee, have coffee. So
for sure.
It's a really special time. So
yeah. Well, I just want to, thank you again for, earning your business and the years of service that we were able to partner, with you, Barista. And, thank you for the time.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for the bags. Yeah. They are amazing. So
awesome.
Very, very, very happy with these.
Very nice. Well, thanks so much, Brett, Director of Coffee over at Barista in Portland, Oregon.
Awesome. Thank you.